I wish I knew when I started silver stacking. I've been stacking and collecting silver for the past 4 years, and I have learned quite a bit about it. And I feel like there are a lot of things that I just wish I knew when I started that hopefully you guys can understand before you start or when you start so that you guys are completely prepared for stacking precious metals because it can be very hard to just jump into. So I guess the first thing I'm going to talk about. So I have 7 points here to bring up, or 7 things I learned about. Got some bullet points right here that I will be going off of. What's up, Funko Fun? Um, can you comment down below on one of my shorts, your email, so that we can do a collaboration at some point? Because I would love to collab, but I haven't been able to get in touch with you. So yeah. Could you comment down below your email so we could get a collab going? So the first thing that I want to talk about, okay, is stacking kind of has a lot of terms and a lot of things that it's like a secret language. A lot of people don't understand it when they start. So I'm going to go over some basic stacking terms. So the first term I'm going to go over is spot price. Spot price is the price of metal per ounce, okay? So gold has a spot price, silver has a spot price, platinum has a spot price, and copper has a spot price. The spot price is just the fiat value of an ounce of silver. So let's say the spot price of silver is $30. That means theoretically you should be able to buy an ounce of silver for $30. This spot price is how you make money on silver and gold. The spot price changes every single day. So one day the spot price could be $30 and the next it could be $31. You never really know what that spot price will be. But there's another thing you need to know, and that is premium. Premium is the amount of money you pay over spot price. So if spot price is $30 and you pay $32 for an ounce of silver, that is a $2 premium. The reason premium exists is because some people need to be able to make money, like dealers need to be able to make money on silver and gold. So that premium is basically what the dealer is making. And all coins, you are not going to find coins without a premium. That is extremely, extremely rare in this circumstance and in this hobby. So if you find something at spot price, that is going to be your best thing. We have 19 people in the chat, which is absolutely absurd. And yeah, this is what I wish I knew when I started stacking. Some more basic terms and parts of the language you are going to hear a lot is rounds and coins. There is a difference in between rounds and coins, and I did not understand this when I started buying precious metals. But a round is basically a piece of investment grade silver. So like, I'll show you. It has no denomination, and it is not backed by a government, okay? So this is just silver. The only value that this has is the price of silver. That is what a round is, okay? And then the difference is a coin, okay? Coins and rounds are going to look the same, but coins are backed by a government, meaning a government actually issues them, and you could spend these for real money. So this is a British coin, and it has a £2 value. So if I went to England, I could legitimately spend this for £2 if I wanted to. Of course, this is 1 ounce of silver, so it is actually worth about $31. So I'm not going to want to spend this for 2 British pounds. Just so you know, I'm from the US, so I talk in US dollars because that's where most of the demographic who's watching this is from. But yeah, this is £2 in the UK. But same with this Canadian maple leaf. This is 1 ounce of silver, but if I went to Canada, I could spend this for $5. That is the difference in between a coin and a round. Got any Australian coins? Rusty Dog, I do have some Australian coins. I can show you one right here. This is a kookaburra from Australia, and it actually has a denomination of $1. So if I went to Australia, I could spend this for $1. Obviously, it's not going to be worth $1, but yeah. Can I have a shout out, please? Car Spotter Oscar. Shout out to Car Spotter Oscar for being here, and shout out to everyone, guys. Thank you for the support. Rusty Dog is from Australia. That is really cool. We are going to keep moving forward with some more stuff that you will hear a lot. So now that you know the difference between coins and rounds, what is a stacker? Okay, this is like the most basic term. A stacker is just someone who tries to get as much weight in coins as possible. So I am a stacker. I try to get as many ounces of silver as I humanly can. A collector, the difference in between a stacker and a collector is collectors try to collect numismatic and rare coins, okay? So they try to collect different coins, and they try to collect from different places, and they're building up a personal collection of something they love. Stackers are usually just trying to make money. That is the point of stacking. Some people are a mix of a stacker and collector, meaning they do a little bit of both. That's what I am. Like, I'll buy some coins that I like because I like them, but most of the time, I just want to get as much silver as humanly possible, okay? It's not hoarding, but it's just stacking versus collecting. Dang. So another term you are going to hear a lot is numismatic, okay? Numismatic means collectible value. So numismatic coins are the coins that are going to be more expensive because they are collectible. So rounds, they're not going to be that expensive because it's just like a chunk of silver. But a numismatic coin is going to basically be more expensive. So when I say I have a numismatic coin, that means it is a collector coin or a coin with collector value. So yeah, these are some basic terms you're going to hear. And it's like very much lingo for stackers. So a lot of normal people are not going to understand what you're saying when you say this stuff. So it's very good to get versed in the lingo because this is what you're going to hear stackers talk about in videos. What's up, World Money Wins? How are you? I have a US coin with JFK on it, issued on November 22nd, 1963, the day of his assassination. That is really cool. I have some JFK coins. So yeah. Can you sub, please? Maybe after the stream, we'll see though. The next is mint mark, okay? Mint mark is something that is a little confusing, but most coins always have a mint mark, okay? So the mint mark is going to be, it's like a way to tell. Thank you, Rusty Dog, for subbing. Thank you. That means a lot. The mint mark is going to be on a coin, and basically what it does is it shows you where the coin was made. So on like a penny or like a nickel in the US, there's going to be a little mark somewhere on the coin with a letter, and that letter determines where the coin is from. So D means Denver, P means Philadelphia, and then no mint mark coin, like different coins are going to have different mint marks. So if you don't understand where your coin is from, you can look up what mint mark means what. So basically, it's the designation of where the coin is from. That is a helpful tip for finding out if your coin is worth $1 or $1,000. Because some mint marks are rarer because in specific places they didn't make as many coins. So like sometimes you'll have a coin that it looks the exact same, but that mint mark really determines the value of the coin. The last two common terms you're gonna hear are mintage. Mintage is very important. Mintage just means how many of a specific coin were made. So the mintage is just how many coins were made. It's that simple. And then after mintage is LCS. LCS stands for local coin shop. A lot of YouTubers say LCS. I didn't even understand this for a long time, and I'm like, what the heck is LCS? Is that a specific coin store? No. An LCS is just your local coin shop where you can buy coins, and this is like your brick and mortar local location that is not online. That is what an LCS is. So yeah, that is all of the terms, and that took me 10 minutes to get through. Yikes, I'm pretty slow today. Um, The next thing that I learned about stacking personally was comparing yourself to others. This is so hard not to do when you are on social media or YouTube, when some of these YouTubers have humongous collections or they have been collecting for a long time. But comparing yourself to others can be very damaging as a stacker. For some of the side effects of like comparing yourself to others, what this can cause is burnout. Like you just get really sad and like you feel like you're not accomplishing enough with your own stack. Losing satisfaction, so like you're not satisfied with what you have accomplished, which can be really sad because when you're stacking, you are accomplishing a lot more than you think, even if you are not where other people are. That is something that is. This applies to everything in the world. You do not want to compare yourself to others. You are where you are for a reason all the time, okay? Um, and then if you're comparing yourself to others, you might overextend yourself financially to catch up to where they are, which can cause a lot of problems, such as feeling guilty of how much money you actually spent on precious metals because you were not in a financial place where that was good for you. So you could feel guilty. You could need to sell your stack because you spent too much money and now you need money back. And selling your stack is not a good thing if you don't want to sell it. So overextending yourself is not the best option, and comparing yourself to others is not very. It's not a good thing. Okay. The next thing is that you need to always think about, guys, is deals are common. A lot of the time I see a deal and I'm like, I need to buy that right now because it's on deal. It's on sale somewhere. But the thing with deals is they will always come around. There are always going to be new deals in the market that you can jump on if you have to. So if you find a deal and you do not have the money to buy that deal, don't fret and don't go crazy trying to spend money on a deal you cannot afford, guys. More deals will come along. You just have to pass up on deals sometimes. You don't have enough money, and like this is for every single stacker. You are not going to have enough money to buy everything that you want to buy. There are so many things you can buy, and there are so many times where you just will not have the funds to do that. And that happens with like everything. It's kind of, you just have to choose what you want and get specifically what you want. So that is something to keep in mind that I wish I knew when I started, because I used to just buy whatever I saw on sale because I'm like, it's never gonna be on sale again. But two months later, it's usually on sale. So don't go crazy when you're trying to find deals. Another thing is just being patient, but I'll go over that in a minute. So one other really, really important thing, guys, this is super important. Figuring out why you want to stack precious metals is key. For me, when I started, I legitimately was just scared of losing money because we were in a little bit. This was back in 2020, so we were in financial. Like it was a hard time financially for everyone, and I was losing a lot of money in the stock market. So I started buying silver because I saw it, and I'm like, this is cool, and I'm just gonna spend my money on it. But that was not the only reason that I started stacking. And I needed to figure out actually why I was doing it, or I would eventually stop stacking. If you don't have a reason, you are going to stop. My reason after the first year of stacking really became that I want to have a big enough collection that when I sell my collection, I will be able to buy a car. Because I'm a young kid, so I want to sell my collection and buy a car. And now that I'm getting closer to that goal, because I'm turning 15 tomorrow, my collection is kind of big enough that when I'm 16, I should be able to liquidate it and buy myself a car. And I've continued to be stacking precious metals because I have that goal in my mind to buy a car when I'm old enough to do that with my stack. Some people could stack just because they have trouble saving money. Some people could stack to like pass the wealth down to family members and just like pass it along when they die. I personally stack as a savings account that when it gets big enough, I'm going to sell the stack to either buy a car or real estate. Those are the only two reasons I would ever sell my stack. Car, real estate, Or worst comes to worst, like this is a third scenario, if we really, really, really need money for some reason, I will have extra money to spend. So that is really important, is figuring out why you want to stack. It keeps you going, and it is very important. Okay, this one is very controversial, and I'm going to say it anyway. Fractional gold is worth it, okay? When I started stacking, all I heard from YouTube was people hating on gold. And they said, if you don't buy an ounce of gold, that is not worth it. And for a lot of people, it is not obtainable to buy an ounce of gold. An ounce of gold right now, as of this recording, is almost $3,000. Fractional gold has a high premium of usually 20% on these 1/10 ounce gold coins. 1/10 ounce gold is very awesome to stack though, because I can get it and it will be in my stack. Premiums on gold are not even that high if you think about it like this. When you buy silver, you have to buy a very, very large amount of silver to get up to the same amount of gold. So this 1/10 ounce of silver, this 1/10 ounce coin, which is 3 grams of gold, is worth about 10 ounces of silver. 3 grams is worth 10 ounces of silver. When you're buying silver, dealers have to make money. So they sell their coins at a premium. But if you have to buy 10 coins, the premium ends up being like 20, 30% on silver. Fractional gold also has a very high premium because the smaller a piece is, the harder it is to make. It is very hard to make small pieces of metal. The smaller you buy, it's always going to be more expensive. It's kind of like buying bulk. When you buy bulk in real life, it's going to be cheaper because you're buying more, right? So smaller denominations of either silver or gold are going to be more expensive. But because you are buying such a high quantity of silver, the premium is going to be about the same or more than small gold. And so I bought this piece of small gold in December of 2022 for $228. And this is an American Gold Eagle. Right now, you can buy a American Gold Eagle for nothing less than about $320. If when I started stacking, I knew that gold would go up so high, I would have been buying gold instead of silver. Because gold has been moving more than silver. From that time period when I was buying silver, silver has only gone up a few dollars. It's probably gone up $2 or $3. Gold has gone up about $2,000 about from when I started. So gold has performed better as a metal than silver. And so stacking fractional gold, even if you cannot buy an ounce of gold, having some gold is better than having no gold at all. If you can have 3 grams of gold, you're ahead of 90% of people. If you can have just 1 gram of gold, that's better than having no gold. It is worth the premium in every way. So if you want to diversify, I would get into gold. Having a little bit of gold and silver makes sense. It's smarter. If you have only one metal, you are you're more exposed to getting hit in the different markets, okay? So my big one is fractional gold is 100% worth it. And if I kept buying fractional gold back then, I would have legitimately I would have been up a lot more money on gold. So yeah, world money wins. It's definitely good to have both. Having both is for safety and diversification. So that's why I stacked both. But if I knew what was happening with gold, I would have stacked more gold. And a lot of people would have. But we don't have that 2020 eyesight. Like, we don't have the sight that we have right now because we don't know where the price will be. So if you feel like you missed out on gold, the best time to buy gold was 10 years ago. But the new best time to buy gold is right now. Just buy it whenever you can, even if you can't get a full ounce. Fractional is the way to go. Okay, this is a very important one. This is one of the hardest ones for me because I love to tell people about my stack and share with everybody that I collect. But as a new stacker, this is really important. Keep quiet and be safe. If you are talking to people in person, do not tell people about your stack. It is it makes you a higher target for theft, and you do not want your stack to get stolen. That would be very, very sad. If you are a social media influencer or YouTuber like I am, you do not want to show off everything you own. You do not want to tell people where you live and what state you are in. You want to keep everything on the down low to be safe. If you can, a lot of YouTubers do not show their face so that they are not a target of theft because nobody knows their actual identity. And for me personally, I show my face because I can connect with people a little better. But if you are doing social media or something like that, it is a very good safety precaution to either not show your face or keep your precious metals split up. So I do not keep nearly all my precious metals at home. I actually keep some of them in a safety deposit box at the bank, and I do other things to keep my metals safe. They are split up and they are not all at my house. That would just be a terrible idea. So be safe and don't tell everyone what you own because you never know if something goes wrong, people are going to want your stuff. And also, if you tell someone and they just tell everyone else, you never know who's hearing about what you have. So try to tell as little people as possible. You can tell family members and very trusted people if you need to. Just try to keep it on the download. That is a very important one. The last thing I want to talk about that I wish I knew before is learn about precious metals slowly and learn about like one subject or one niche at a time because there are so many different things in precious metals. There are these collectible coins, there are gold coins, there are platinum coins. It is very, very overwhelming to know what you are looking at because there's so much stuff. And there's like vintage silver, which is like older stuff. There are old US coins. There's so much to do. So one of my best tips is learn about one thing at a time. When I started stacking, I learned about silver rounds, which are these. I learned about these very first. Just how to buy them and like the very basic coins. I didn't buy anything collectible. I just bought silver rounds. That's all I bought. And then once I learned about silver rounds and I felt confident in that area, I moved on to silver bars. And then when I felt confident in that area, I moved on to more numismatic, so like more collectible stuff, like this kookaburra from Australia, just like more numismatic and like rare stuff. So that's kind of what I did, and I think that's a good route to go. Learn about things slowly and just master a specific subject in the coin market. Master whatever you need to know about because when you have these skills that are super sharp, you will eventually be able to roll those skills into something else. But if you try to learn about everything at the same time, it nothing sticks and you are going to have way too much on your plate. So just bite off little bits at a time if you can. And those are mainly the things I like wanted to share about, like what I wish I knew when I started silver stacking because it's a hard like area to be in, you know? And a lot of people don't explain the basic stuff, so it makes it very, very difficult to grasp onto. But while we're here, I'm going to stream until we're at 35 minutes. If you guys have any questions for a 13-year-old investor or want to talk about recent silver pickups or anything, now is your time for that. I think World Money Wins is watching. That is awesome. He has a YouTube channel, so if you haven't checked him out, go check him out. World Money Wins makes awesome videos on fractional gold. That's how I found him. He makes just awesome videos in general. So if you guys have time to go check out other people in the stacking community, go do it because you can learn a lot from other people because everybody has a different point of view. I guess that's one more thing I could mention is learning from different sources because as a new stacker, um, you are going to basically um, see a lot of points of view. Like some people are going to say, don't stack silver rounds. They suck. And some people are going to be like, only stack gold. But you get to choose how you want to stack. And so you can try to find people with either similar viewpoints as you or opposite viewpoints as you to learn from. Because the more viewpoints you get in your head, the better. Because some people might not, you may not align with people's beliefs on specific things, but on other things you may align with their beliefs better, and it's better to just learn from everybody because it's a huge advantage to know how other people think. And so for me, I just learn from anybody and everyone, but if I don't if my beliefs don't align with theirs, then I don't follow what they're saying, but I just still listen because it helps. So that's another thing I can mention for what I wish I knew. I'm also going to turn this stream into a long form video for all of those who want to watch that. It does really help me when we stream and people watch the whole time because I'm trying to get monetized, and watch time is a big one. Like, it's a big one of the requirements. It's pretty hard. And these long form videos I post, I'm trying to get out as much information to people as humanly possible. And I'm trying to get it out in a way where beginners can understand what's going on. Because I think stacking has a very, very high amount of good things. Like, there's a lot of pros to stacking. Stacking silver really changed my life. I couldn't save money, but when I started stacking silver, I found a way that was enjoyable, um, like shareable and fun to save money. Instead of just saving my money in a bank account where I never see it, I can now look at my hard work, and I can look at how far I've come over time. It's definitely a journey that you want to be on with other people. So being a part of this community is very helpful. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I've got to say. If we don't have any questions or anything, then I can sign off. But if not, then I'm free to go for another about 15 minutes ish. And yeah, let's see what World Money Win says. I've been in and out, got you playing in the background. Thanks for the shout out. Of course, World Money Wins. So yeah, if anybody has any questions about what it's like to be a 14-year-old investor, or how you can start your stacking journey, or just any questions in general, go ahead and ask. Also, I am looking for people to interview and do live streams with. So if you are a content creator, or if you are in the stacking community, I am totally down to do collaborations where we talk about stacking face to face, because I really enjoy connecting with other people in that way. So if anybody's down to do that, you can just comment on this stream and we can work something out. And yeah, that is pretty much all I gotta say. So, what did you guys think about the stream? You can have me on your channel sometime. Yo, World Money Wins, that would be awesome. Actually, leave me a comment, if that's possible, of your... Wait, is your email, like your business email, on your channel if I want to shoot you an email about that? Because I would love to do a collab, World Money Wins. I would love that. And I have some interviews lined up to show you guys, like, on the channel coming pretty soon. I have one aligned with a stacker from England. I also have an interview aligned with a collector and youth investor named Funko Fun. He collects Funko Pops. I actually have a wall of them right there. So we may talk about other collectibles than coins, and like just finance in general. It'll be pretty decent. It'll be something that I've never experienced, but he has a business where he sells Funko Pops online, and I would love to hear how that works, and like the ins and outs of selling things as another youth, you know? So I think that'd be fun. We'll do that here on the channel. World Money Wins also does have his email in all of his videos, so I'm going to shoot him an email. But yeah, I hope this was helpful to you guys. I'm going to cut it into a video for all of y'all, and I am going to log off and sign off. Thank you guys for all of the support, and thank you guys for showing up. I love you all, and I'll see you guys all on the next stream. Also, if you have stream ideas, comment them down below, because it's always hard to figure out an idea for a stream. But yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next one, unless you guys have any questions for me. I've got 5 minutes left. So, any questions, do them right now. If not, I'll end the stream in 15 seconds. So, hopefully we'll get a question. And if not, that is A-okay. I will do a Q&A later. Great job, Brand. See you later. Bye, World Money Wins. And this is where I sign off, y'all. Thank you for coming.